Here we go.
Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren unveiling a shocking new proposal that would nationalize every major business in America. The new legislation called the Accountable Capitalism Act.
Isn't it adorable how they never just come right out and say socialism? It's always democratic socialism. Socialism you vote on. After you're done voting, of course, it's socialism. What is this bullshit called again? The Accountable Capitalism Act. It's making capitalism accountable. It's socialism. They think you're amazingly stupid. And the trick of it is, a lot of people are. They're going to hear this and go, yeah, I think the corporations should be accountable. This capitalism's out of control. It should be accountable. Not understanding, it's fucking socialism.
Would constitute the largest seizure of private property in human history. So what would it do to our economy? What would it look like with the government in charge of our largest corporations?
Before we answer that question, we have to know exactly what it is she's trying to do here. So let's hear exactly what it is she's trying to do.
The Accountable Capitalism Act restores the idea that giant American corporations, she writes, should look out for American interests. Corporations with more than $1 billion in annual revenue would be required to get a federal corporate charter.
Companies that make over $1 billion a year. Let's think about what companies those would be. Microsoft, probably be one. Google, Disney, Comcast. All of the companies that own all of the major media outlets, they would then be controlled by the government. So what does that look like? Just something that pops out in your mind right off the bat. What does that look like? You think things are bad now with companies controlling what it is you see and hear and get to experience and know. It ain't going to get better.
She says the bill also would give workers a stronger voice in corporate decision-making at large companies, and employees would elect at least 40% of the directors to address self-serving financial incentives in corporate management.
Now, that's the really funny part. The employees get to elect 40% of the people in control of the company. Well, who gets to decide on the 60%, the actual controlling percentage of the company? If the government's in control of it, that leads me to believe that the government would be deciding who's the directors for the other 60%. Therefore, who's actually in control? The 40% is fucking meaningless. That's why it's 40% and not 50%. Or 100%. This doesn't give shit control to you, the employee, or even us, the consumer. It gives no control to the consumer. Zero control to the consumer. It's the employees, and they only get 40%. That is not a deciding percentage. That is not a controlling percentage. That's a zero controlling percentage. 40% is fucking useless. Because, okay, so the 40% of the directors that the employees get to decide on, they all decide one way because the employees say, yeah, this is what we want. And then the government, who controls the other 60%, they go, yeah, fuck that, we're not doing that shit. That's just how easy it is, folks. The people in our government think that we're fucking stupid. And the sad fact of it is, they're right, for the most part. Every single person that votes in favor of this proves that they're right, because they're not thinking about what it means. We need to smarten up, folks, or we're going to lose control of everything. And everything is going to be decided by the government. And that's going to be a sad fucking day.